Good evening, one and all present here. Can you hear me?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Last last topic what we have covered is security tools. Saran sir has given exposure in Colin Linux and mapping, Wireshark, and bug suit community, OWAS, ZAP, and Johnson repair. This has been experienced hands-on and hash code also we have been done it. So sir gave some retrospect that framework also. So today we are going to see about IIoT secured framework. Uh, Saran sir,
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
I hand over the section to Saran sir for continuing this. Thank you for everyone to join.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Okay. So actually, our today's topic was IIoT security frameworks and tools, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So today we are going to see. So there is an organization or industry. Okay. So there must be all the devices are going to be connected in one single network, right? So like if there's an industry having some robotics, PLC system or temp sensors, CCTV and RFID scanners, industry gateways, right? Etc. Etc. Some industries having. Everything must be connected in one network, right? So today we are going to see that. So how the hacker will enter into that network, how they are going to identify the MAC address of each and every devices, like that, etc., etc. We are going to see, but we are not going to hack. Just we are going to see what are the things are connected there, what is the IP address of there, what are the free ports there, how many ports are there, how to scan the ports, how can we see the vulnerable assessment, how can we privilege the escalations, etc. We are going to see. Okay. Okay. Is the screen was visible?
Yes, sir.
So I have opened my virtual machine. So today we are going to use our Kali Linux itself. Okay. So I'm going to start the engine. Just a minute. Linux was loading. For this virtual machine, the username and password is Kali. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to demonstrate this practical with my office network. Okay. So first of all, I have connected my device with my office network. So it was connected with my office network. Okay. So now I am entered the terminal. Okay. So first I need to find the IP address of that particular network. Okay. So for that, I will have the command as IP space A. Okay. See, it gives me the IP address as 10.0.2.15/24. This is the IP address of my network. Okay. This is the IP address of my network. So first of all, if I would like to get keep the data from the organization means I enter into their network. Okay. So I enter the network and connect with their network, and I find the IP address of that particular network. Okay. What is the next thing I am going to do? By using nmap, I am going to find what are all the devices connected in this particular network, right? So in the industry, all the devices are connected in one network, right? So now I got the IP address of that network. Now I am going to find what are all the devices connected in that particular network. Okay. Okay. So for that, nmap space, what is my IP address? 10.0.2.15/25. 24. Sorry. 24. This is the IP address, right? Just I'm entering into the IP. See here. So first it shows the camera devices which are connected with our office network. This is our cameras. Okay. So again, it was continuing the scanning purpose. Okay. So it takes some delay time. We move, try with another command. Okay. So nmap -sn space 10.0.2.15/24.
So in this, if you know the IP address only, we can do it. Am I correct?
Yeah, right. If you know the IP address of the network, then only they can scan and what are the devices connected in that particular network. Okay. So now it shows me. So it was connected with the two virtual cameras. Okay. It was shown here. Okay. So totally three hosts was there. Okay. It shows the two cameras and it does not shows my system. Why? My system was protected by the some security purposes. Okay, but the camera was not protected, right? So their application alone going to be protected, but the IP address and the access are not protected. Okay, so we go with the next thing. So totally in our office network, 256 IP addresses are connected. Totally 256 IP addresses are connected. So from the 256, three host was currently in online. Okay, so next I'm going to find that IP addresses of each and every devices. Okay. Nmap hyphen SB space 10.0.2.15/24. It shows that the version of the each software. Okay, it shows us the version of each software. Okay. Okay. So see here, it was started filtering each and everything. So this is on virtual camera. Okay. So that camera uses the Windows OS. Okay. And then the second camera, and camera also uses the same OS. Wait, the scanning was currently running. Just a minute. Okay. Only that port alone was an unsecured platform. That's why it's easily displayed here. Okay. So like this, we can detect the MAC address of each and every device. This is the MAC address of that virtual camera. Okay. So what is the software that camera was utilizing? That information was get by this command. Okay. So next, going to detect the some OS. So sudo nmap -o space 10.0.2.0 slash 24. Just a minute. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. So you'll listen here. So now it was completed. Okay. So it detected that what are the OS system used by all the devices. Okay. So first of all, here we have a one camera that uses which type of OS was mentioned here. Okay. So and then what are the things are going here? Okay. So then we are in this network, the connected devices are using Cisco cable modem that was a external modem connected in our office. Next, we have the AVM fit box. This was our LAN service. So next we have our Cisco router. Next, this was a cameras OS system. And next, this was a power system that was connected with the router. And Alcatel look and Omni switch. This is also our server switch. Next, we have the Canon image runner that was a printer also connected in our network. And next, Dragonfly. This was the SanDisk hard disk driver that was connected in our network also. Okay. So it shows that what are the devices connected in our network with their IP, with their OS system. Okay. See here, it shows the, so now we are connected with, now my device was connected in my network, right? So it shows the Oracle VirtualBox list. Next, so this is one of the printer, HP printer connected in our connected with our network. Next, we have the laser printer. And the Cisco SG it was a networking switch. Okay. So what are all the devices connected in this network? It shows, and also it shows the what are all the OS the devices are utilizing. Okay. So what's our next thing? So we are going to now we are going to check with aggressive scan. Okay. So sudo nmap -a that denotes that we are going to scan with the aggression mode. Okay. So 10.0.2.0/24. So it was scanning. Okay. So in previous running, we just got the devices, what are the devices connected on their OS alone, right? But now we got that the address. What is the address of that? So what is the security mode they are using? And as well as the current time. Okay. So now I got the additional thing that is what is the security mode they are using, and as well as the ports. Okay. So they are using the port 135 TCP that was in open mode, and they are in 445 TCP that also in open mode. Microsoft DS was connected there. So and then the MAC address of the camera. These are the things where what we are getting in the previous cat. Okay. So it takes long time to scan all the devices. Okay. So it gives us the report for only one devices now. So we just close it. Next, we are going to see with the network capturing. So before entering the network capturing, we just know about the HTTP request. What are all the requests are in the HTTP? Actually, there are also 4 requests. Okay. So get, put, update, delete. Okay. So these are the 4 HTTP requests actually used by the developers. Okay. So here attackers can't able to access these 3. They can't able to access the put method, delete method, and update method. Okay. They can only able to access this get method alone. Okay. Why get method, sir? Why this get method alone? So see, so for example, I have already developed one demo software. So for that software, first of all, I open it. So this is an on demo software. Okay. So I'm logging. I'm going to log in with here. Okay. So this is a demo software. There are some products as well as all the things. Okay. So now I'm going to ping its database. So https://apis dot slash API slash products. So what is the answer here? What is the answer? This shows that not authorized, no token was provided, right? So, but if I was authorized person, mean their data will be get from the database, right? So how can be the attacker break this not authorized thing, sir? So just a minute. So postman is that okay. So while entering this application, so we have the session ID and token generated by the console, right? So I'm going to the application and catch. So here I have the user information. So here is the token, right? So this is a token of my session. Okay. So by using this token, I can able to access this get method. Access this get method. But I informed you that the hackers or anything, they can't able to access this put, update, and delete method, right? So why, sir? Why they are can't able to access this method? They can access only the get method. Okay. So why? Because so if they want to access the put, update, and delete method means they first know what is the format of data or in what kind of data the developer has used. There are some lots of different kinds of data, such JSON format, Excel format, TXT format, or else they can use an HTML format. Okay. But the mostly developers use the JSON format alone. Okay. So JSON means JavaScript object notation. Okay. So for just the thing that, so if I have a one product, so just the JSON format was look like name, description, price, image. So like this is my JSON format, right? So in this JSON format, developers wrote that so name, price was a mandatory field, description, image was a non-mandatory field, like that, etc. They are using, and each and every product will differ, and we can't able to know that what is the JSON format of this. If it can also be detected by the hackers. Why? Because if I have entered this application means I'm going to click, so in product is I'm going to click this portion, right? So from this form I can able to know that, oh, I think so they are having the JSON format as product code, name, category, so size and image, right? So now I got the JSON format of the application. Okay, but if I want to use this put, update and delete method means I must know what is the ID of that product. What is the ID of that product? So for example, so preview was locked here. Okay. So in database, each and everything must have some IDs. Okay. That ID can't be getted from anywhere. Okay. So that's why they are can't able to access this update, delete or put method. They can able to access only the get method because the get method doesn't need any IDs. Okay. You just have if they have only the API, they can directly get this. Okay. So so whether we are uh going to check any application if they am going to hack the application or else I'm going to theft the data means like this only they are going to theft your data. Okay. Next response. See here. So currently I'm not an authorized person. So it shows the not authorized. Okay. But inside this application, I have the token, it gives the data. This is the product. So this API was integrated in this data. So it shows me the data. Okay, what are the orders here? What are the designs here? What are the calculations here? What are the components here? Like this, it shows me. Okay. So next, header. What is header? So header also get from the application. So in this application here, you should see the one ID, right? This is the header and this is the token. Okay. And cookies. So here I am not using any cookies. Okay. If this application uses the cookies mean the cookies are stored here. By placing cookies also, we can be able to access the things. 1 minute, I will show you the cookies. This is session ID. This is the cookies ID. Okay. By accessing the cookies, we can also get the data of the application. Okay. So now, sir, okay, sir, they are having the user info and the token generated. Okay. But they don't know the password, right, sir? They doesn't know the password. Then how they can breach this? So for this the reason, so most of the peoples we are using the very, so we as we discussed in the last session, right? The weak passwords. So we our password must be like admin 123, admin 123, or admin 123, or example secret 123, 123 456, or password 123. Like this are very simple passwords we are using. Okay, we are not using the mixture of alphabet, numerical, and also the symbols, right? So if we are using the mixture of these three things, it is hard for them to decrypt. Okay, so now they will enter. So now we are going to see TCP handshake. Okay, so how? So now these devices are connected in my network, right? So now I am going to check how the devices are communicated between each and everything. Okay, this is the concept of TCP handshake. Okay. Just a minute, I will open. Okay. So Wireshark. Okay. Now I have entered into my Wireshark network. Okay. So now I am going to choose my network. So my network was ETH0. Okay. Next I am going to edit this. Edit. I'm going to clear the packets. Okay. So next I am going to filter my TCPs. See here. So my capture was started here. And now I have started with TCP. There is a no TCP was running. Why there is a no TCP was running? Because there is a nothing, any application is running here. So I'm going to open the Firefox. HTTP colon double slash 192.168.247.129. 247.129. I have entered this application. Okay. So now see here, it gives me from which port it was initiated to which port it was communicated. Okay. So this is a TCP handshake which was captured in my browser. Okay. From here, I can able to detect that. So we have the devices in industry, right? So there is a robotic arms or network gateways or Wi-Fi, camera, Bluetooth, etc., etc., etc. They are having, right? So from this, I can able to find that which device communicated with which device. Okay. For example, if in my office we have the printer, right? That printer must be communicated with the network as well as the device giving the print. Okay. Say from my system, I am giving the printer. Print means my device communicated with the printer through the network. Okay. So from which IP address to which IP address through which port. Okay. See here we have receiving the acknowledgement, right? So this is the acknowledgement was received in each and everything. Okay. So by this also attackers can able to see how the systems are communicated from where we can easily enter into a network. Okay. This is clear. Okay. So now I'm going to stop this. Okay. So I'm going to stop the capturing. Okay. So is it clear how the attackers can find how the systems are communicated between each and every IP address? Here we can't able to find the device names. but we can able to find the IP addresses. Okay, so each and every device IP address. Have you seen that? So once again, I can show with you. So Wireshark, I'm going to see the TCP. Open the Chrome. So I'm opening some websites. Okay, so now see. So what is our IP? Our IP address was 10.0.2.15, right? This is, hello, am I audible? Yeah. Okay. So my device was connected to the network called 10.0.2.15, right? From this device, I am connecting with another server, another network. Okay. That network IP address was 151.101.209.91. Okay. So this is the receiver IP. Okay. So now I got the acknowledgement, but it shows in red color, right? Why it shows in red color? Why it was shown in red color? So see here, this page was not loaded. So I can't able to connect with that. Okay, unable to connect with that server. So that's why it shows in the red color. Okay, it is an negative acknowledgement. Okay, so now it is clear for you all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next, we are going to see bird shoot. Okay, so first I open the bird shoot. Bird shoot was not installed. Okay. So as of now, you are clear with the concepts, how the hackers analyzing your network, entering your network, how they are finding what are all the devices or the machines connected with that particular network, and how they are finding that IP address of each and every devices, and how they are finding what is the OS is in which OS their system was running, and which port they are running. Okay, at last finally they are can able to see how the devices are communicating between each and everything, from which IP address to which IP addresses communication was going, how they are communicating between each and everything. Okay. So from here, they are going to analyze something on which port was in free and which port was in inactive, or else which portal have the weak password or weak security system. By utilizing those things, they can easily enter into a network. Is it clear? Okay. So now they know got all the things and the ideas. How can access our application? How can, first of all, they want to get the password, right? If your password is weak means they can easily get that password by using our yesterday session, right? Yesterday we have seen that how can we breach the password and get the things, right? So by using that method, they can easily find your password and they can access your system and get your data. Okay, is it clear? Okay, sir. So now we'll come with this is the hardware side, industry oriented hardware side. Okay. Whether we come with an software side. Now we are going with software side. Okay. So now, so already we have started a software side. For that purpose, we have demonstrated this demo application. Okay. Okay. So first of all, I will open on an application, right? So the system doesn't contains anything. Okay. So just a minute, I will connect with my another device. Okay, so here is I will show you the demonstration. Okay, so you need to pick the logs. Okay, so this is the logs what was present in my server. Okay, this is the log which was running in my server. Okay, so now what I'm going to do by using this log, what things can I get?
Overall, the people get inside a system, how long they are working it,
Yeah,
and
so
which application they are running.
yeah. So this log was from my server side. Okay. So for demonstrating for you, I have splitted one log system and make it for us. Okay. So this is these are the dummy data. Okay. So in our server, I splitted one thing and I get it here. Okay. So this log system shows that so what are all the applications running? Okay. So first of all, in my server, I have what are the things are connected. First of all, we connected our shared hosting network. Okay, and we have connected the mosquito, which is working for our embedded system projects. Okay, so next we have the NGINX. So this application this works for our software projects. Okay, so this we are using the Ubuntu software. So for that logs are there, located here. Okay, so now we will enter into the mosquito. So here I have the mosquito log, right? So I'm going to open it. So so this is my mosquitoes log. Okay. So at last it was connected with the port number 1883, right? At last it was connected with the port number 1883. So it started running there. Okay. So it was saved, it got some data so that was saved in the Mosquito DB. And again it was terminated, running purpose was terminated. And what are the things happened during that running time that was stored in the Mosquito. Okay. So like this, from the logs, they can get all the things. Okay. So how the software developers prevent this, sir? How the software say they are going to prevent this? Any ideas?
I mean, any secured platform you have to use.
So any secure platform is only security we are, as a developer have means very less. Okay. So first thing, the first thing, the the server must use the HTTPS request. The server must utilize the HTTPS. Okay. If they are using HTTPS means more or less data will be secure for 50-50 percentage. They I'm not able to tell you that surely 100% our data was secure means no. Okay. There is a 50-50 percentage. Okay. So what is the next thing? By using JWT. JWT authentication. Okay. JWT authentication was done for the developer side. So JWT means JSON Web Token. I show you the one token, right? So whether in this application, I show you the token. This is the token, right? So what is the next thing? Next thing they can do? Setting the expiry time. Okay. So expiry time as well as with the, they can protect the application by using bearer and header. Okay. So if the developer written with a header means the if the persons are trying to enter in the application means with the, not only with the token they can enter the application. Okay, they must need the bearer of header. Bearer means that it contains the header and JWT. Okay, so without header they can't able to enter. Header, so it's more difficult to find the header. Okay, so what is the next thing they can do? Use the bcrypt. Okay, so by using bcrypt, they are going to hash the codes and they can use the salt method to hide the passwords and encrypt the things. Okay, and for bcrypt they are not doing it directly. Okay, they are going to use some secret keys. They are going to use some secret keys. For example, in my application, I have the secret key as ABCD underscore 0965 at. Okay, this is the secret key. As a developer, I have used. Okay, in my application, there is a one user going to open an account. So he entered the password as 123456. Okay, this is the actual password of him. Okay, so this is a secret key what I have used here. So I'm going to use the method as salt. Say depth of the salt was 10. Okay, so depth of the salt was 10. The actual entered password was 12345. Now, what my application will do? my application first get this password, okay, with the reference of the secret key, it was converted by the hashed password with the help of salt technique. With the help of salt technique. Okay. Now we discussed in the previous session, right? By using the hashes, they are going to breach our password, right? But in this scenario, without knowing the secret key, they can't able to breach the password. If the password was 12345 means, without knowing the secret key, they can't able to breach the password. But there was some loops to breach the password, but it is hard to breach this password. Okay, is it clear? This is the only thing can able to done by the developer side. This is the only thing able to fix by the developer side. Now we enter the network engineers. So now in all the industries they are having the network engineers or else firewall developer or else some developers like so server side peoples. Okay, those who are working on the server. Okay, so from their hand we have the some options. How can we proceed with that? The first thing they need to know what are the ports are working in our application. For example, so there am in my server there is a lots of port. So there are some ports are pre-reserved. Okay, so we can't able to use that ports. For example, in my server I have 3000 port, 3001, 3002, 3003, so etc to 7000. Okay. So totally I have the 4000 ports. Totally I have 4000 ports. Okay. First, the network people has to identify that if the application, for example, if our HRM application was running in this port number 3000. Okay. Okay. So first thing I want to check whether this port was encrypted by the SSL certificate or not. Whether the port was encrypted by the SSL certificate or not. What is SSL certificate? So SSL means secure socket layer. What is the means? Secure socket layers. Okay. What is the use of this SSL certificate? So this is a
Secure
digital
any internet
certificate.
connection.
Yeah. So
Secure
actually this is
internet.
one. Yeah. So actually this is
Encrypted
one.
this thing, a server and browser.
Yeah, right. So if the application using the SSL means you will get the HTTP URL. If they are not using the SSL means you will not get the HTTPS URL. You can get only the HTTP. Okay. So this is one of these digital certificate that secures the data transferring between the website and the end users. Okay. So it will enable to encrypt all the data and if it must verify the what browser we are using. Okay. It must verifying the what browser we are using. It verifies the website identity as well as it has some public keys. Okay. Those keys are going to be integrated in the application. Okay. So these all things combine together and provide us a secure platform. Okay. So our data are going to be protected. So for example, I will show you in our server. So we have our shared network in Hostinger.
Sir, we have a API security also inbuilt, no? What
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
this how we can get inside?
So see here now. So this is my server, right? This is my server. Just a minute, I will open one new. Yeah, just a minute. I will open my new domain in my account. Just a minute. Okay. So now it says that demo dot tribular dot thematic solutions dot com. So it shows the not found as well as see here. It is an not secure platform, right? So now I have created one domain. I have created one website. Okay. But it was not secure. It shows that your connection to this site was isn't secure, right? So now I am going to make this site a secure platform. So for that, I'm entering here. Okay. This is our server. I'm going back to exit. Again, I'm entering into the application. Okay. Now I have entered this. Okay. Now I'm going to make this site a secure platform. How can I make it? So first of all, I need to encrypt that with an SSL certificate, right? Okay. So sudo setbot -mginx space -d demo dot popular dot com. Just a minute. Okay, I haven't set any port numbers here. Okay, if it was installed means, it automatically becomes the server as secure thing. Okay, so you asked me that API protection, right? So inside the domain, I created one domain here, right? So inside the domain, I'm going to make all my backend going to be rendered, okay? And all my APIs are come from there. So for example, I will show you there. So API dot tribular excel dot tribular dot API/products. Okay. Now see here, it was not opening any pages, right? So why it was not opening any pages? It gives me just a blank page. See, it gives me only blank page because this location was not found there. Okay. So then first thing we will enter into the application. So this is the application, right? So here I have one error. So this is the error URL. Okay. So it shows me invalid source image, right? It shows me invalid source image. See here. So here is some format, right? So after this .com, so I have used the /upload/product/product image, some names, right? So here they can develop. This is the developer side. Okay. This is first of all from developers. Then we go with an server side. Okay. So first of all, developer can use the customized API CRUD formation. So if I want to use here means, say, for example, there must be a so v1/abc/ means. Once again.
Sir, mute your mic, please, sir.
நான் EVS
Okay.
நோட் எடுத்துட்டு வந்து எழுதுன்னு சொன்னேன். அத காதுல காணோம்.
So here also developer can able to easily customize their format. Okay. So now it was not opening here, right? It was not opening here. But before do this, I'm going to add API dot. Now it shows the image, right? Now it shows the image. This is actually which was stored in my database. Okay. But in development side, I'm going to encrypt the APIs. Okay. I'm not able to provide all the APIs directly in all the locations. For example, see here. Here it was getting this API alone, right? This API alone. This is the API CRUD. I'm going to get this, copy this. I'm going to search it here means it shows me the invalid source image. Okay. Why? Because I'm not given the request in the full form. That was not showing openly there. So if I'm using here API dot means, then only the data will get from the database. Okay. This is developer side. On server side, if you are come with, if the server people are install the SSL certificate and properly configured to the port numbers. For example, I will show you one thing. NAT/DAR/www. Sorry. So this is the what is the demo application I have developed for you. Okay. So see here, the server name was api.tripler.excel.ematic-solutions.com. Okay. So this application was running in the port number 3033 in my server. Okay. So see here. So I have set the proxy header configurations and connection and host configurations and real IP. I'm going to add the real IP with the remote address. So I'm going to forward the addresses. Okay. See here. This is what is the actually my certificate. These concepts, these 4 lines going to secure our applications. Okay. These lines contains our digital SSL certificate and digital private key, which was encrypted inside that certificate, and as well as the encryption key and the parameters. Okay. So if we come down, you will see the encrypted version. Okay. So this host was controlled by the this request URL. So here it doesn't force any URL openly. All the things are encrypted there. Okay. Next we have the server name that was encrypted by the 404 managed by the certbot. Okay. Why is what mentioned as certbot means our SSL certificate will encrypt the things and it manage all the security purpose. This was from the server side that APIs are encrypted. Okay. So see here, actually my front end was running in the excel.ematic-solutions.com, but my API was running in the API dot running in this server. Okay. See here, it shows only the silver API I was running. Okay. So this server contains my API URLs. This server contains my front end user side. Okay. So from this server, the APIs are integrated with this server, and also without knowing the authorization ID, token, header, this server cannot provide any data to the user. Okay. This can be done by the developer and server side. But here, how the cyber attacks will happen. So our main thing was cyber attack, right? So these are the protection methods. What are the software developers can do? Okay. Now we will see how the attackers can access these things. Okay. So attackers can access these things by using this panel. First, they are going to enter this panel. Okay. So first thing, the attacker can first they are going to find your network. Okay. By using your network IP, they are going to find your device IP address or MAC address. Okay. By using that MAC address, they are going to analyze the port. What are the ports are utilizing there? Okay. So next step, they are going to find which port was which port was weak to enter, easy to enter. Okay. So by using that port, they are going to enter into your system. Okay. So you can't know that some hackers are hacked your application, right? So you just you are normally you are opening your laptop in your office, you are going to use these applications, right? So whether you are logged in, they can easily get this, right? They are easily get these IDs. Okay. So by using this token, they are going to first they are going to try to breach your password. Once they get the password, so if your absence in your system means they can access your system and get this all the things, they can hack them. Okay. If your network was protected fully means it is hard for them to enter into your application. Okay. If I show you there in the terminal, right? So each and every port was encrypted by the SSL certificate, right? So if all the ports are properly protected and encrypted using some security walls, like so if in as well as it comes with a hardware devices like machineries, laptop systems like this means we want to develop on firewall protection. Okay. So, but if it is comes to the software department, it comes to the application side means they must encrypt their software with an SSL certificate. Okay. So if this encryption was done, it is hard for them to enter into our application. If they are breaking, that means you will get notified. Some hackers are breaking, try to break our protection layers. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So as well as
Sir.
we have seen, actually today we are going to see within an IIoT. So only the hardware sector. Okay. So but in today's world, all the hardware sectors are also using this softwares. Why? Because today industries, all the things are automated and they are robots we are using, right? So there are also softwares are running. So that's why I'm bringing the software also here. Okay. So first we have seen that how in any industry, how the attackers are entering into the applications, how can we prevent the attack? Okay. As plus second portion, we have seen that in software side, how can we protect our softwares? How can the all the software protected? How the ports are running in the server? Okay, these are all the things we had, what we have seen here in today. Okay, so we have not seen the attacking purpose. We have seen how can they can enter into the application, how the industry peoples are protecting them from the attackers. Okay, clear? If you have any doubts in today's session,
Sir, if you are using OWASP
yeah.
app, what is the difference between the Wireshark and OSD app?
So what's the difference between Wireshark and OWSP? Can I say it is 1 minute? I will think. So first of all, Wireshark is used to capturing the packets, right? So as well as OWASP was used to check the vulnerabilities, for example, security purpose checking, right? So here, by using Wireshark, we can able to find the network-based analysis on traffic findings. Okay, but using OWASP, we can't able to see the network side. We can able to find only the request. I have told you the HTTP request, right? Yeah, whether the request or HTTP or HTTPS. Based on that request, we can able to analyze the application. Okay, so the Wireshark was fully based on the network side. OWASP was fully focused on the application side. Clear? And then, what is the use of this board? So first of all, Wireshark we are going to use. We are using this for this was used by the network engineers, SOC analysts, like that they are using this. Okay. So OWASP was used by the penetration testers and the web security engineers. Okay, is it clear? So very
So
simple.
what
The
is
main goal.
okay,
Once
industrial
again, ma'am.
control system? You have a industrial control systems and all, no, sir. So what's this stand for?
Industrial control system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So industrial control system is nothing but so we all the things are connected in one network, right? All the things are connected in one network. Okay. So first of all, this was major
Are you
industry control system. Yeah. So industry
are
control
you
system was
sharing?
basic.
So are you
No, ma'am. No,
sharing
ma'am. Just
the slide? Oh, okay.
no, no. I'm just explaining. So industrial control system was basic, mainly used in the hardware systems and hardware replacing industries like production unit, like in Pegatron, like so we all know the Pegatron in Chennai, right? So in Pegatron, they have a large production unit, right? So all the machines, CNG machines, they are utilizing CNG machines. Okay. So I have implemented the industry control system. This is the actual brain of the all the production unit. Okay. I have connected. So for example, we take that. So in my industry, I have 100 CNG machines. Okay. That was split into 10 rows. Okay, 10 sections. Okay, each section contains of 10 CNG machines. Okay, I'm going to connect all the device with one to each other, and all are controlled by the master device. Okay, the all are controlled by the master device. That is a control room. That is an industry control system. Okay, so there, what I am going to do? So in human, we have the nervous system, right? So what is the purpose of our nervous system?
Control our brain.
Yeah. So from the brain gives some instructions on all the things, right? So that instructions are passed through the nervous system to all the organs of our body, right? So like this only, it is a nervous system of my industry. Okay. So the control system was the brain of the industry. Okay. So the Ethernet connection will be Ethernet or else mostly we are using the optical network. Okay. So optical network will be through communicated with all connected to all the device and all the networks. Okay. So from my industrial control system, I can able to instruct all the devices. I can able to control the device. If there is any malfunctioning, I can able to find out from the here. Okay. So this is a concept of industry control systems. Okay, so basically how it was structured means. So first of all, we have the control room. Okay, so then we are they can use whether SCADA technology or HMA technology. Okay, it will be connected to the industry network. Okay, then it was connected with each and every devices, maybe a PLC system or else etc. Any devices. Okay, there has a sensors and actuators or some communication protocols like implemented in the devices. Okay, this is the architecture, basic architecture how it was processed. Okay, the first in from my control system, I want to give some instruction to the system. So I given the instruction. That instruction passed to the SCADA system first, then enter into the network layer. From the network layer, I have given the instruction, right? That instruction contains the address of the particular system. Which system I have given the instruction. Okay. So by using that address, it's transmitted to that particular device. Okay. There is on PLC system that process that instruction and gives to the sensors or actuators. Okay. If there is any malfunctioning happens, mean the sensors detects that happenings, and again the sensors send that package return back to the operator. Okay. So now the reverse process will happen. From the sensor, the data are transmitted to the operating system. Okay, this is the actual concept of industry control unit. Okay, so simply we can say this is the nervous system of the industries. Okay, if the control system was hacked, overall industry will become the control with the hacker side. Clear?
Sir, but we have CSC control also, no?
Once again, ma'am.
We have a cyber security best practicals that CIS control.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. CSA and CSI control also we are going to see. So
Yeah,
cyber
we are.
security.
Yeah, you told that it will be in HTTP. We are doing all the things, but the best practice is CSI.
Yeah. So
Uh,
whether we come with a cyber security side, so same thing will happen. So this is our hardware device. In starting, we have discussed that. So all the hardwares, this is the overall network. The cyber security will be implemented in the network layer. Okay. So here I have say you the architecture of control system, right? So here I have the network layer, right? So in that network layer, the cyber security implementation will be happened. Okay. The first thing we are going to protect with a firewall. The first thing whether we have come with the network side, the firewall protection we can do. Okay. What the firewall will do? If there is a lots of ports, so lots of ports there, each and every port will be protected with the firewalls. Okay. If the hacker want to enter into the firewall means, first of all, they want to break the firewalls. Okay. See, if that firewall was started to break means, the user will notify immediately, and there the cybersecurity engineers developed one protocol or an application. Like example, if some people are going to attack my port means that device automatically activated. Okay, the device automatically activated. It will mask all the informations inside the port, running inside the ports. Like, so for example, so if I'm going to get the I'm going to use on API. API means or else some data are transferred. All the data are transmitted through only the API calls only. Okay, so in our hardware, some machineries fully based on machineries means mostly are using MQTT requests. So if it is comes to the software segment, they are using HTTP, HTTP or HTTPS requests. There is a UDP, TCP concepts are inbuilt, right? So it is going to mask the information sharing between the devices. Masking means it converts all the devices into the dummy data. It automatically converts all the data into dummy data, and the port was prevented. Okay, so it's clear. So now the device, first thing what the device was going to do, it masks the data, right? So whether it masks the data means, for example, the attacker was entered into my application by around 4-5-4-1. Can I assume that attack has happened with a 4-1. So at fraction of second, that application activated and masked the, for example, at 4-1, the data are transmitted like so ABCD was transmitted in this application. Okay, the device going to mask it, okay, and make it to the CVDF like that. The data are converted into dummy data. Okay, by using this data, the hacker can't able to get any original data. Okay, so now the attacker is trying to breach our firewall, right? So he is going to try to break our application firewall, right? So this is the time. So it does not take so much longer time. It takes only a short time of period. So during that short time of period, all the cyber security engineers and the server engineers going to lock that port, or else they are going to suspend that. Okay. So if the port was suddenly suspended, what will happen, sir? Right? This is a major question, right? So if the port was suddenly suspended, what will happen? There is a thousands of your end users they are using that port, right? So what will happen? Is it the total application will be breaked? No. Okay. In such a cases, they have the second option as another. Okay. In front end side, in their front end, they are written that. So maybe a hardware devices or a software. Okay. In the end user side, they are written with the two ports. If one port was suspended, it automatically transferred to the second port. But during that time, we get some errors. Okay. So we get some errors like server responding very slow, or else we get you will get some 403 error as well as a 401 unauthorized error. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir, but we have a multi-factor authentication also then.
Yeah, so multi-factor authentication is only for the security purpose of fake logins or fake users. In multi-factor authentications, we are going to check the captcha check, right? So this is going to check with whether you are a robot or human. This is a common checking authentication to check whether the user is a robot or a human. This is one purpose. Okay. Second thing, we can check with an image captcha, and then we are going giving with an numerical captcha or a mixture of numerical and alpha captcha giving, right? So these are the things. A captcha actually used for the fake logins or fake users.
Actually, IIC will be controlling all this industrial end to end. Am I correct, sir? It's a security.
Yeah,
IIC.
yeah, IAC is controlling for all the things.
So when we are doing with the computer networking, you told that
Yeah, tell me.
network layer. So in that,
Yeah.
okay. So in network layer, the industrial and corporate networks, what is the principle for that? How it is doing, whether it's TL, TLS is it's a segmentation like that, or load balancing.
Actually, I can't understand your question, ma'am. Once again, can you tell me?
The principle of the industrial and cooperative networks. What is the principle? It's a load balancing or network fragmentations or broadcasting.
No, no, it's all fully based on the traffic and the bandwidth. Okay. So if all the networks have some bandwidth capacity and request capacity, for example, so we have the server, our server can access for for 1 second, our server can able to handle with the 10 million requests per 1 second. Our server can handle with the 10 million requests. Okay. And we have the bandwidth up to 200 TB. So 200 TB of bandwidth have. So why this bandwidth means? So you are going to use our if you are going to enter our company website means some data are detected from your internet balance, right? So that data was not collected for the usage. Actually, that was collected for the how much bandwidth you are utilizing in this particular application. Okay, so how much bandwidth you utilized and how you know so first thing bandwidth, and second thing was how many requests you are given. Okay, how many requests you are given and how many data you are get from this server. Based on this only, your data will be reduced, right? So for example, so just we have a small discussion. So you are going to see one company website. Okay, we just entered any website, normal website. Okay, so you are just scrolling this website for around 30 minutes. Okay, as well as same time you enter into any e-commerce application. Okay, so use that e-commerce application for a half an hour. Okay, just compare how much data was detected from your internet pack. Okay, so it shows you that I'm just a for example, I'll tell you. So in website side, your data will be considered only for the 10 MB means. In e-commerce website, it charges around 50 MB and above. Why this happens means you are giving many requests. Why? Because there is a lots of data stored in the database. So whenever you are clicking each and every button, it gets the data from the databases. There is a lots of requests running in the backside, and as well as you are using the large bandwidth there. Okay, that's why the data consumption is higher. So based on that, only the network layer actually balanced. Okay, but here what is the threat? What is the cyber security? In cyber security concept, what will happen? Okay, so if we are providing lots of requests, we are continuously providing lots of requests. Have you experienced that if we are using some application means it shows that this application can't able to respond you right now, or else you are providing too many requests. Please try again sometime like that. You have received that. So especially in government portals, if we are going to try to log in many times means continuously within 2 minutes or 3 minutes, we are going to log in many times means it automatically restrict you and gives you the time that looks like a please try again after 1 hour, or else please try again after 2 hours. Like that, we get some errors. Like, have you experienced that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So actually, this is for one security reasons. Why? Because if I am the hacker, I am going to put with I am going to try. I got one username by you accessing some devices IP address. I got my their application username, and I can't able to retrieve their full password. I have partially got their password. Okay. So there, I am going to continuously check to log in with the different passwords, right? So at certain stage, the developers or network engineers write on the code, right? If some peoples are giving this request so many times, block them to utilize these servers again and again. Okay, this was blocked by the IP address. So if you are using this application in your system means your IP address will be detected. Again, you are giving the same request from same IP means it will be blocked. Okay, so this was done by the security purpose by the cyber security side. They are insisted that the network engineers had added this security in the applications.
I mean that IEC you call that automation you told that one.
IEC automation.
Am I correct, sir?
Once again, ma'am.
You told that industrial automation IEC using this only you will
IEC.
be controlling all that.
Yes, IEC, we have a lots of standards, ma'am. There is a different kind of automations. We have a like so I think so there is IEC, there is a 5 to 6 type of standards. We have IEEE standards, like so like IEEE 802.01 so Ethernet, like that we have a different standards in IEEE, right? So same like that. So IEC also has some standards. So I think so there is a 3 to 4 different standards. Okay, so based on the usage, that will be differentiated based on the usage. If we are comes with an industry automation and control system, is for that they have one standard. And then if we come with an programming languages like our software side means for that they have one standard. And for the machineries, they have some standards. Like based on the application, they are split the standards in 4 to 5 categories. So I will explain that clear in the next session. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for your inspirations talk. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Satish
Thank
sir,
you.
Satish sir, will you please share that feedback link?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be sharing the feedback link as well as the quiz link for the day two in the
Okay,
WhatsApp group and to the registered mail ID for the participants.
okay, okay. Any other queries from the participant? Thank you for joining. Any other?